MySQL has a very simple and very powerful full-text search feature. So let's take a look at how that works. We're going to create a table in the test database. So this will create a table with 3 columns in it: ID, title, and body. The ID column is auto increment. The title column is a string, and the body column is a text column. The word full text specifies a type of index which is used for the full text searches. So this creates 2 full text indexes, one on title and one on body. Let's go ahead and create the table. So our table is created. And now let's go ahead and insert some data. So we're going to insert a few rows of data, and there are these little articles with just a little line of text in them. And we'll just modify this for each one. There we go. So we've got 6 articles in our table now. Let's take a look at them. And there they are. Now let's do some searches on them. So we have a where clause here for the full text search. And we're using 2 keywords we haven't seen before: match and against. Match specifies the columns to use for the full text search, and against specifies the search term, in this case the word database. So let's go ahead and see what happens. So we see we have the word database in 2 results. One has exactly the same case as the one that we've searched for, and the other one has different capitalization, has a capital D and a capital B. And so we can see that we found both of those results. And this is called a natural language search, and it's a very simple search. It's interesting, if we add another word here, say MySQL, this doesn't change our results at all, because the word MySQL appears in every single article. And so the natural language search is specifically designed to not return results for search terms that exist in more than 50% of the rows in the database. And this is actually a very important feature because if you were to search for a bunch of words and one of those words occurs in, say 80% of the possible results, you're going to have too many results and you're not really going to be able to find what it is you're looking for. So the natural language search ignores those results for search terms that occur in more than 50% of the rows in the database. On the other hand, if we look for the word tutorial with database, this will actually expand our results a little bit because the word tutorial occurs in this row here, as well as in this one that has the word database in it as well. If we look for the word management, database management, we'll see one of our results has both of those words in it, and it comes up at the top. And one of them also just has the word database, and so it finds both of those results. If we want to find results that only have both the words database and management, we need to do a different type of a search, and it's called a Boolean mode search. We put the words here in Boolean mode, and then we have to put symbols on the words that we want to make sure that we match. And this symbol is called the AND symbol, and it makes sure that both of these terms exist in any returned results. So this should just return this one with the ID 1, this first row. And there we have it. On the other hand, we can look for results that do not have the word management in them, just the word database, but specifically not the word management. And that'll return just this row, which has database but does not have management. Finally, there's a third type of search that is supported by the MySQL full text search engine, and this is called with query expansion. And this is actually very interesting. You'll notice that we have 3 results, and one of them does not have the word database in it at all. We're searching for the word database, but we're searching for it with query expansion. And it's given us 3 results, and it thinks we might actually be interested in this third result, as well as the ones that have the word database in them. And the reason for that is in how it does this search. So the query expansion search works like this. It goes 2 passes through the database. The first pass, it looks for the search terms that you've provided. And then it takes the results from those search terms and finds words that are common in those results, and then does another search for those terms. So in our first results, it found some other words. It found tutorial, and it also found management and system and following and comparison. And it didn't find any of those other ones, but it did find the word tutorial. And so it thought, that result just may be relevant. We'll throw that in at the bottom and see if you're interested in that result as well. So this is called query expansion. It's actually a very useful tool, and it will help to find results that maybe you might not have thought of when you're searching a large database of text. So in a nutshell, that's how full text search works. I encourage you to create some tables and fill them with large amounts of text and experiment with this feature because it's actually very powerful and very simple to implement.